Alright, in today's video we're going to be going ahead and tying some Marabou, white Marabou, which are nice feathers, onto this number 2 treble hook. That I will put on my fishing lures later. So right now I'm using number 210 red, and we're going to start with the top being flat on the treble hook, and we're going to start with wrapping the red thread around here a few times, from back to front and then from front to back toward the eye, and that should be good. And then we're going to snip that off. And usually it's pretty good if you have your stuff laid aside. I got a working table here that spins like a lazy Susan, so I can spin stuff around. But right now we're going to go ahead and start laying the Marabou on. Now Marabou, I have found the packages to be, you get some feathers that are good, some feathers that are not so good. But I have cleared off the tethers on this here, and anytime it folds out you want to push that away from the hook itself. So we're going to start with the number 1 here at the top, and we're going to wrap it around a few dozen times, 6 or 7 times, and then we'll get that going, and that should be good enough for that. And then we're going to take another feather, same stuff. I already took off cleared the stem off of the feathers there, and there again we can see how it's bending out, so we're going to put that one right here so it bends toward, away from the hook. And there again we're going to wrap it around 6 or 7 times, going from the hooks back to the eye. But the packages are other than desirable as far, so you got to weed through that. So I'm going to put this one on toward the other side there and wrap it around there a few times, and then again toward the hooks, and then back toward the eye. Wrap it around a few times, give some good base going there, foundation, and then back toward the eye there. Now we're going to put on the Marabou flash, which I got silver here, and I've already taken a few pieces off. Now there's a couple of different ways of doing this. I've seen some people use it and put it on the line, fold it. I think that by putting it on here, I got 3 strands, by putting it on here and then going and wrapping around like that a few times, then folding it back toward the hooks with all the strands, you'll get more strands that way. It just seems to be easier to manage. And wrap that around a few times, going back toward the eye of the hook, and then they're in. And you can either trim them now or trim them later. I'll trim them now. You want them about halfway up the feathers, so I'll trim that back now. And we're going to get the other 2 spots here in a second. So grab some more of these strands here. I got silver, by the way. I know there's different. Silver is pretty good as far as I'm concerned with the white. So there again, I got 3 strands. I got 2 right here. I got to grab 1 more. Okay, now we got 3 of equal lengths. Makes it easier when you're doing it. But the thing is handling this stuff is it's like tinsel. There we go. All right. We got the 2. I must have lost my 3rd one. Oh, here we go. Down here with the feathers. Okay. So we'll get that on there, and then we'll go ahead and wrap that on the other side there of the treble hook, and then again hold it in place, wrap around a couple times, and then take and fold it back over the line there's a thread in that second spot there, and then we'll go ahead and finish wrapping it. Take the thread and wrap it around. Seems like my bobbin's a little bit loose there, so wrap it around. Got it on there nice and good now. Okay, so now I'm going to take it and fold it up toward the front. Once I wrap a couple more strands on there. A couple more times. There we go. Okay, now toward the front again. All those, so I got like 6 strands there. That's why it's a little bit more difficult to deal with. Okay, then wrap it up. And then you go ahead and, like I say, you can cut it now. Or you can cut it later. I prefer to do it while I'm moving along here, so it's easier to keep track of which ones I'm cutting. It's about half the distance down the feather, and then there you go. You can see how nice that already looks. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get one more set of 3 on the back set of hooks there, and that should do it for the glitter. The Marabou glitter. Okay, so there's 1, 2. Pull that strand off, and that'll cut that one in half. And that'll make the 2 strands I need. So get those cut. Okay. And now I got 1, 2. Here's 2. Whoops. Pull it back. Don't want it out of focus. 2, and now this stuff is very hard to hold on to. So thin. Okay, so there's 2 again. And there's my 3rd one. And there's the 3rd one. Okay. So now I'll put that on this side right here. Wrap it with the thread a few times, keeping it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to take it and pull it toward the front and finish wrapping it. Put a nice base on it. Wrap it up good. From the back, from the hooks to the back toward the eyes. You want to try and keep an even amount on there. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to cut that. I'll get that cut. And the flash really, brings. Now I've seen people put the flash on the inside. I've seen people put the flash in the middle, toward the end. This way I put it on toward the end. It seems a little bit easier, but it's all up to personal preference. So put some more here. I need to get it. The flash needs to be up toward the feathers in order to get a good foundation there at the feathers. And we'll go ahead and wrap that some more there, and then toward the. Now this is a big hook, number 2. So we're going to put some more thread on it toward the back, and then we'll go ahead and we'll tie it up, and we'll go ahead and put some nail polish. I'm working in low light, that's why it's a little bit hard. Okay, now we're going to wrap it. 1, 2, 3 times. Around the line 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. Because this is a number 2. And then you pop that off. And you let the hook come up. And there you go. And sometimes people do it twice. I might do it twice just to get. I need to practice on using these things too, because I'm used to doing things by hand, but I'm using this. I just want to see if I can get this on there. This time again, like that. Put this there. You go around once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Then let it out. And then pull it up And there you go. Okay, now we're going to apply the sail hands hard as nails onto the thread there. And get her all sealed up and ready to go. And like I say, thanks for watching another episode of Fishing Glass. If you like the videos, please subscribe, and we'll get more put out of these lures because we are approaching fishing season. It's already toward the end of March, or beginning of March, end of February. And once again, happy fishing. Thank you.